liberty. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Give, live, and love. In a God gonna dig big and trust. In a God gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Welcome to the garden, my friends, my friends, my friends. Welcome to the garden, my friends. So I used to work as a theater teacher, and there was this theater teacher I worked with, and she would always be like, "Hi, friend." And I always felt violent towards her. Like, it didn't make me feel, she wasn't my friend. You know what I mean? Like, she was a coworker. And that shows me that I have a side that is not very friendly. So I want to amplify my own inner friendliness by my willingness to create this friendly community. And it is so important to be friendly. Friendliness equals evolution. That's what we're going to kind of learn today, and we're going to kind of talk about today. And before we even begin, I want you to, first of all, bring into your mind our friend Lavis. If you remember Lavis from the garden, she is in labor. Lavis is in labor. So that means that we will have our first garden baby tonight. And I think that is so very exciting. And I'm going to either go see the baby tonight, if it's born tonight, or tomorrow. I just cannot wait. And so I invite us all to hold our hands up and take a deep breath in and just bless Lavis's belly and her partner and the doctors and the nurses. It just immediately brings my heart to such a warm space. So we know that this is a healthy, beautiful baby, and we just can't wait to meet it. So, and before we go any further, what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring to mind all of the cities that are watching us right now. So if you could put the city that you're watching for in the comments, and I'm going to say them, and I want you in your mind's eye to start picturing that light. And I'll start it with the Asheville, North Carolina light. Imagine that the light of love, the light of friendship, the light of friendliness, the light of open safety is shining here in Asheville. And we already have Eureka, California in the comments. Oh, I have to scroll down here. There's lots of comments. We got San Diego. Look, okay, well, here we go. So hopping down to Florida first. Imagine the light traveling from Asheville to Florida, then over to San Diego, then back to Tennessee, that Nashville area, White House, Tennessee, then back up to Asheville like a circle. Then we're going to go all the way back out to Vancouver, Washington. Vancouver, Washington is so fucking cool. I love it out there. Then back to Mills River, this light, we are just weaving this light. You know, last week we kind of did things with our hands, imagining it. And I invite you to do that. Just imagine the light, moving the light back out to Seattle, back to Nashville. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I want to see some hands moving. Back to Eureka, down to Ocala, up to Providence. You guys, we are weaving this up to Toronto, back to Pittsburgh, down to Asheville, back to Rhode Island. We have some pride flag comments. Thank you, my partner. Down to Mills River, bound down to Alabama, back up to Washington, up to Saskatoon, over to Victoria, down to Phoenix. Yeah. All right, everybody. Did you feel it? We settled in for a moment. And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say, let me hear you, that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well, then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. Oh, come on. And then if you can remember, and I know you know this part, come on, here we go. Come on. I see Jen smiling. Come on. Keep smiling. Keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. Pick a note for sure. That's what friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. Doesn't matter if you're on pitch. Come on. Yeah, that's what friends are for. You thought I was just going to do that much. We're going to do part two. Well, you came and opened me, and now there's so much more to see. And so, by the way, I thank you. Come on. Oh, and then for the times that we're apart. Well, then close your eyes and know these words are coming from my heart. And then if you can remember, come on, sing it with me. Here we go. Oh, keep smiling. Keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. Come on, for sure. That's what friends are for, yeah. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. It's not an easy song. Come on. That's what friends are for. Oh, come on, the chorus one more time. Keep smiling. I want to see your mouth. Keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. All right, y'all. Come on. Give it up. Give it up. Heart, mind, body, and soul. January through March. We are almost at the end of the heart quarter, you guys. It really moves me. We are in week 10. We only have 2 more weeks of the heart, and I'll talk a little bit more about what that means soon, a little later. Roots and fruits. What we do here is we have inner goals and outer goals. I know I say the same thing every week, but repetition is important with things like this. My inner goal for this heart quarter is peace, and my fruit, my outer goal, is my dollhouse, which is a gift from my inner child, from my adult self to my inner child, from my inner child to my adult self. The awareness and the awakening I had this week around it is that there's no separation. It's not as if my inner child and my inner adult are 2 separate people. That's deep. That's some deep shit right there. So we're going to be kind first. We're going to open tonight, especially just open you, joy. That is my acronym for joy. Just open you, because tonight is really all about connecting. Tonight it's all about friendship. So this is going to be about opening yourself. And gardener's choice, of course, open yourself as much as you want to, as much as you feel safe. This is a safe environment. Your camera is optional, and it is confidential. And I mean that when there is things that we share on here that are personal, I will not, it's being recorded, but I will cut them out. Yes. Most important thing always in the garden is that your creative expression is not only divine, but it's what we want. We want you. We want you to be you, because your expression is what we are craving, right? And you are so loved. I want you to know that. If you are in this garden, you have been attracted here, you have been drawn here, and do not compare. Comparison is the thief of joy. So now that we've done all that, take a deep breath with me. And let it out. And please take another deep breath. And let it out. Hi, Sherry. I am inviting my good new friend, and I can say that and I really mean it, Sherry, to unmute, and she is going to give us an invocation of sorts. She's going to pull a card. She's going to say words. She's just going to get us prepped and prepared for this awesome time together. So take it away, my friend.
Thanks. First, I'm going to need someone in the room who can see all of the squares because I want to do a show of hands before I begin, because I love choice. And if you're like me and you love choice, then I want you to play along with me. So I have chosen from my 8 oracle decks 2 of my favorite. So we have Sacred Rebels Oracle, and we have Love Your Inner Goddess. So I want to see a show of hands. Who wants a reading from Sacred Rebels? Raise your hands. And if someone could just take a note of what that looks like. And then I'm going to see a show of hands for Love Your Inner Goddess. And if someone could let me know who had the majority.
Honestly, it looks like a tie, so I'm gonna say pull one from each. Didn't
Great.
it look like a tie, you guys?
I love win-win. Like I do some mediation and I just love it. Winning outcomes for everyone. So using my trusty pendulum, I had already asked the deck which cards are right for the Garden of Good for the theme of friendship. And I narrowed it down to 2 different cards from each of the decks. So I'm going to do a vote on right or left. Bring it into form. Number 41. So I don't know that I can leave it on screen while I read. So let me pull out my beautiful guidebook here. And I do like to ad lib a little, but we'll see what it has for us straight out of the book. Beautiful dreamer. Can you imagine wonderful worlds of light? You can dream up so many possibilities. Now it is time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Get thee to thy desk, thy easel, the computer, thy pen, the brush. Work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream. Create. What? I can't make this stuff up. Okay, I'm just going to offer a little more. You're being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired tasks. This will help you grow, and that is a wonderful reason to commit. But there is another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical forms so that other people can access them and experience the specialness that you put into them so they can see it and feel it for themselves. Because in honoring your creation, in expressing your gift, you give other people permission to do the same. And so that's why this inspiration of creation is so critical. If you've been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting, or on any inspiration of ideas, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes, do it. Don't dally or dither about the details or worry about how it's going to all work out. The universe loves a bold spirit. So take that step and it will rush towards you with enthusiasm like a chivalrous lover. I love this. You will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step.
The universe
So,
loves a bold presence.
yes, this is bright destiny. And what it says on her shirt is, it became a butterfly. It became a butterfly. Number 14 for those of you that are into numerology. And it looks like around the halo in her head, it says, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Okay, let's see what bright destiny has in store for us.
The first one was 41 and this one's 14. Just saying.
Damn.
So double fives, which fives are spiritual growth, fives are the middle of the road, fives are, choice.
Mm. Trusty pendulum and some calls about right or left. I love it. So, what Bright Destiny wants you to know is that it's okay to feel unclear or even confused about what's happening in your life or within you at this particular time. And it's like that because the things that you might be going through are soul growth. Things will become clear in time. For now, let the process happen. Fear can make us try to force something that isn't quite ready yet. Don't try to impose a meaning, take action, or understand it all prematurely. Don't think too hard. I like this gentle oracle. When it's time for you to act, you'll know it. And it's okay to relax and trust that the moment of clarity will come when the time is right. So, to become truly yourself, Bright Destiny says, so that you can shine your divine beauty and light in the world, you will go through a process of releasing what is no longer right and true for you. Like the caterpillar who sheds the chrysalis when it's time to emerge to be a butterfly. Just like that, you'll let go of the person you once thought you needed to be. This can feel freeing, exciting. It can also, perhaps, seem frightening. You may even feel crazy trying to hold on to a past that's no longer available to you. But even then, even if others don't understand, that's okay. Because what's important is that you follow the call of your soul, letting go in order to open up to something new. And you're going through this because you're ready for it. There is a loving reason for all of it, even if you cannot see it right now.
It's take action, it's transformation, it's be bold. Those are the nuggets that I really got. So before we go into our theme and all that, I want to start with a gift because I want to normalize gift giving. Normalize gift giving. I'm going to give away this little print of mine. It's on a little canvas. It's glued down. It's super cute. It's the lavender tulip fields, one of my favorite paintings of mine. I'm going to give that away. So I am going to pick the number nine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Callian, do you have your name on the list of gardeners with your mailing list?
I don't, but I do have the list and I will, and I
You
mean,
better
or should
because you
I
need to
just
you need to
email
get
it to
your
you?
Prezi. You need to get your Prezi. And I know that a few people got their Mazel Tov, Callian. Am I saying your name correctly, Callian?
Holly.
Kalyan. So much prettier that way. Kalyan. Beautiful. Kalyan.
Um, so I'll just email it to you.
You can email it to me or you can add it to the list. And
Oh,
Angel
okay.
Rose, mark that down. And then,
Oh,
oh, sorry. I am going to spotlight Cindy Bellaro. And I'm going to spotlight myself too because I'm going to play your video. And Cindy's going to share about her fruits and roots.
Do you want me to
Take it
talk?
away.
Do you want me to
Take it
talk
away,
first,
darling.
or while you do it?
Yeah, I'll just play it and you
Okay.
go. Have fun.
Okay. So my word for the year and my root right now is compassion. So I created a little compassion garden, and this is on a shelf right below my TV. So I look at it a lot, and I went to the thrift store, which I really don't often do. So that was fun. And I found all these fun little things like that heart fabric and that little heart container. And then I had that little cute little queen, that's me, sitting in the compassion garden. And I got those cute little teacups. I just felt like teacups belonged with compassion. And that frame right there, I was going to put something else in it, but on the frame, it says Cynthia. And Cynthia is my like formal name. And so I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep it like that. And then I also, in the middle there is, at my church, we do something called the White Stone ceremony each year. And so I wrote compassion on there. And so that's sitting right there in the middle. And then also, it's not in this video because I added it later, but the little love painting that Amy sent me is also now in my compassion garden. And I just love it being there, being a part of my home, and I get to just see it every day. And it's just reminding me to have compassion for myself and for others. And that
The, you know, the thing about friendship is that it's not just something that's fuzzy that makes us feel good, but it's actually an evolutionary it's of evolutionary importance. It's the survival of the friendliest is what the latest apparently there were different kinds of hominids that didn't survive because they weren't as friendly as Homo sapiens. And our friendly nature is what's given us the ability to create things like communities and churches. And it is cool when you look at the evolution of, social networks. If you think about how as we've evolved, now we're having social networks all over. Look at what we're doing right now. We're having a social network all over mostly North America, right? And this is an outpicturing of the indwelling spiritual evolution that's happening because of our friendly nature. And so I say to you, you're not just in here cutting paper, you're evolving human consciousness, okay? And the way that that happens is when we're friendly and when we're in friendship, it's something that makes us feel safe. And when we feel safe, we're not living in that fight or flight. We're not carrying the gun around looking for who is after us, right? We are walking forward in life with trust and with hope and with faith and with all these spiritual concepts. Friendship makes us feel like we matter, like we belong. And these are the things that will make this society and this world survive all these crazy threats that are going on right now, right? If we believe it's a friendly universe and we act as if it's a friendly universe, we're going to create a friendly universe. And when we feel safe, we're able to be our best selves, right? Like, that feeling when you meet someone or you're in a situation and you're not comfortable and you don't feel good about yourself, you kind of hold back and then you start to stuff that you're light. You start to, be quieter and hold back, and insecurity creates sort of like this tension within yourself. And so as we feel safe, whether it's practicing here in the garden or in your everyday life, when we feel safe, we can express, we can be more fully ourselves. I had such a nice conversation with AJ over dinner about our representatives. When you first meet someone or when you first fall in love, you meet their representative. That's what Chris Rock called it. And over time, like as you get to know someone, you get to know their real self. And for me, mostly in my past relationships, it's been like as it unfolded and as their representative faded away, I was like, wait, I want your representative back. But actually, with AJ, what's happened is very interesting. And I don't know if this is because of where I am on my spiritual path or what's going on, but the more I get to know the real her, the more I see her best self, right? Like I feel like maybe it's because she's the type of person that when she's safe, she can reveal, right? And so that is such a beautiful thing about our relationship. Honey, I hope it's okay that I'm sharing that. Also, I want to share about my partner that she did get a job because, we shared last week that she quit her job. So she got a new job and she is so gay. She said it was okay if I said this. She is so gay that she quit working at Lowe's and now she's working at Home Depot. So I think that safe creative spaces are super necessary right now because of all the turmoil, all the fear, all the stuff that's out there. Even if you spend the rest of your time outside of the garden worrying and being in fear, take this 2 hours to be gentle, to nurture yourself, to be friendly to yourself, to have compassion for yourself, to work on trusting. Because if you can trust us, we can be a model. And that's what we do here. We're modeling for each other what it feels like. And I just want to say there is a power of these garden grams that we're doing. It seems like a small, simple thing, but when you send something in the mail and somebody on the other end receives it and opens it up and feels an energy of joy, an energy of love, it's actually really powerful. And it made me think about sunflowers. And I'm sure you know this, but sunflowers they point naturally toward the light. But when there is no light, they point toward each other. And right now, as the world is so dark and you are the sunflowers in the garden of good, I invite you to turn toward each other even more. Send out another garden gram this week. In fact, part of what we'll do today is we'll create something that we will send out. We will pick someone to send it out after today. So I want you to get your journal because we are about to spend a bit of time playing what I'm going to call friendship tag. And what I want you to do is I want you to get out your journal and I want you to look at these questions. Okay. Take a look at these questions. And it's kind of cool that Sherry started us with this idea of choice, because what I want you to do is I want you to take a moment to just pick one of these questions. Again, don't think too hard, which is another great way to start the day. Just pick one. If you want to just pick one, by pointing your finger and write it down. And you need something to put on your garden for the week for friendship. So I want you to get 2 pieces of paper, different colors if you want. Yeah, different colors would be great. And one of them is going to be your hearts that you hang on you'll see what we do. Pick one and then put the other one aside. And then with your color, I want you to fold it over once and then fold it over again. And then on the side that's folded, we're going to make, you guessed it, a heart. You're going to be sick of hearts by the end of this, but we're almost with the hearts. We're almost done with hearts. And next it's going to be mind. So that's going to be fun. Figure out what the symbol is for mind. So with this, you're going to cut out your hearts. You're going to get 2 hearts out of this. You know how to do this by now. And instead of opening them up, we're going to cut them to be about a 1/2 inch thick. So we're going to cut out about a 1/2 inch inside of it so that you will have this, right? And this was inspired by, I think it was on Lorraine's wall, this idea of what to hang on our hearts and what this is going to represent. So now you've got these 2 hearts right here. And I'll tell you what I want to do with those after. And then you've got this beautiful scrap, which we're going to put aside. And then you've got these 2 hearts. And what I want you to do is just take one of them and just make a snip. Just take one and make a snip. Anywhere. And then you're going to link them together. So you're going to put the one over it or under it, and then you're going to glue it back together. Right? And then it's going to be a linked heart. See that? And now what I want you to do, hope that wasn't too fast how I just explained that. You basically just snip it and then re-glue it. I just love it. It's just so lovely. And then I want you to write some affirmations of friendship and the garden and friendly, like I live in a friendly world, and just put them up around the heart. I live in a friendly universe, something like that. Your own take on this. I love my friends. I am open to new friendships. I release those that no longer serve. I am generous with my friends. I'm going to ask you to, if you want to, unmute and you guys can sort of say your affirmations as you write them. And so we get ideas from each other.
My friendships are powerful.
I make friends easily.
You
My
can
friends are
count
cool.
on me.
Say that again.
You can count on me.
I love my friends and my friends love me.
I feel shined on by my friends and I shine them on in return.
My friends are my family.
I put my glue stick.
It's interesting that came up certainly this week as I was thinking about friendship, and that we have our soul family. Those are our friends are our soul family, right? My friends are my soul family, which is what Tiffany's going to share about at the end of the night. And then this is something that you can continue to work on as we move forth. But I'd like you to put that aside. Take another minute with it, actually. I'm going to put that aside. That's going to go on your garden. It's just going to represent friendship in the garden, your poster board. And the next thing I'd like you to do is take your other piece of paper and your scrap with your hearts, right? You see, you have this like this. You see it? You got this thing here. And what I want you to do is I want you to glue it down. So you can turn over the scrap and put a little glue on the back of it. And we're going to glue it down. And you guessed it, we're going to make a card to send to a gardener. So if you haven't sent a gardengram yet, this will be your first. And there's no pressure. You don't have to do it, but I'm going to invite you to do it. And one of the thoughts that I did have was that you could send it to the person that is after you on the garden list. So if everybody sent to the person after them, I don't know if that's goofy, but that would give everybody like a place to start, to know where to send it or who to send it to. And if you don't have your address on the list, I'm sure Angel will put that up there for that place. So I've got this card. So I guess we're going to have to find an envelope to send it in, which might be challenging, or you could fold it in half again if you need to send it. And we can do whatever we want with this card, right? We can decorate it however we want. And we can write the word friend. Friend, you're my friend. And then that is my way of getting these friendships started here, is these grams. And you know what? I have to share, Because we're coming to a point where we kind of need to wind down here. I want to share about Gardengram that I received this week. One of them was from Christy, and she sent me, I'll show you guys. She sent me the swear word coloring book. And I'm going to show you a couple of these random. I'm going to random. No fucking way. Pain in the ass. No shit, Sherlock. I was with stupid. Total fucking shit show. Don't like my attitude? Call 1-800-fuck-off. Bullshit. I just think that the fact that she's like, I saw this and I thought of you. And then she sent it to me. And I was just like, wow. And then I also got this Gardengram this past week from Lisa. This beautiful Lisa Petrick telling me about her choir and telling me, and you know, these kinds of things is what really gets, you do get to know someone when you actually write something in the letter about yourself. So thank you for sharing about that with me, Lisa, in your concert. So wait, it's next Monday? What's the date today?
It was
Did I
actually
miss
last. It was
How did
last
it
week.
go?
Yeah,
How did it
it went
go?
real. Thank you for asking. It went very well, and yeah, more people came than I thought. There was like a big rainstorm and stuff, and I didn't think. And we probably had. It was a concert. We have 100 of us in the choir, and there were 200 people there. Easy. It was.
That
It was.
is
It was amazing.
so cool. So remember, you
Thank you.
have these other two things here. Now this is for advanced points in your gardening. This one you definitely have to send out to somebody, but these two you can also send out in your other Gardengrams that you are sending. Or you can give them to a friend, you can give them to your daughter, you can give them to with just a love note on them. Just make them love notes. Friendly love notes. And I do want to hear from anybody. Did you hand out your hope notes? Did you hand out your hope notes? Okay, Karen did. Chrislyn did. Awesome. Looks like
I'm
some people
mailing mine.
dropped. Nice. Okay, Tiffany left us. Which Tiffany left us? She said she was tired. 'Cause she was going to share. She could share next week. Well, I guess. All right, you guys. So we're at the point where I thank you greatly for the love offerings that you give to me. If you find this to be valuable and enjoy it, then I invite you to give a love offering, because this is really, really something I want to continue doing. So, and that's what makes it possible, is when you give to me. So again, Gardengrams, hi. You know, I've been telling you about them now for the past 10 minutes. Okay, I want to talk about your affirmation card. It's your last thing to do today. If you're with me then, and you've been doing one every week, you have 10 already. And that's just pretty cool. So mine this week was, because I wanted to relate to your root, and my root is peace. So mine this week is call a friend and you will find peace. So like if I'm feeling upset and I pull that card, that's guiding me to reach out. So see if you can link your root to this idea of friendship this week for your affirmation card. And then I have invited one more thing, right? Home play. Home play. Fruits and roots, I want to just tell you that if you have picked a clear goal or a clear project for this first 12 weeks, I just want to commend you for that because that is not an easy thing to do and follow through with. My dollhouse, I have 2 weeks left. I want you to pay attention to this and I want you to finish it. And you're going to prep a small presentation. You don't have to do this, but I invite you to do it. I invite you to share with the group. And if you want to share at week 12, which is not next week, but the week after, please let me know. I think for everybody to share, it would take forever, and I don't think everybody's going to want to share. But for those of you who do want to share or have a specific thing, I know I'm going to want to share about my dollhouse for sure. Continue with your gratitude list. That has been really fun this week with, and last week, I believe, with the Facebook group. Call a friend this week. This is part of your home play. Call somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Mail your heart note. That's the note that we just created. Give out your hope notes if you haven't. I put that up there in case you guys hadn't done that yet.
I'm going to read a poem by Khalil Gibran, and it is about friendship. And a youth said, "Speak to us of friendship. Your friendship is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And he is your board and your fireside. For you come to him with your hunger, and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the a. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not, for that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit. For love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know your ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek with him hours to kill? Seek also with hours to live. For it is his. I'm trying not to cry because that one line got me.
It's okay to cry.
And not and read. That's hard to do at the same time. Seek him also with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed.
I just want to start with Thanksgiving, thanking God for this opportunity to come together as a community, as a garden of good, blooming in the light, making new friends, expressing our creative urges, expressing our friendliness, knowing that we are a part of the conscious evolution of humanity. And that as we focus upon the good grows. As we focus upon our friendly nature, we become more friendly, not only to others, but to ourselves by opening up the divine flow within. I am so, so grateful to know this for myself, so grateful to know this for every single person who hears this. I release my word as the law because that is who I am. And so it is. So I hope everyone has an amazing week. I hope you reach out to a new friend. I hope you connect on Facebook. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where I believe next week is peace. And that's my root word. So I look forward to figuring out what is going to be about peace. And also To let anyone know who is near the Virginia Beach area, I will be at the Unity Renaissance Center, Spiritual Center, this Sunday giving music and message. If you want to watch, I'll put a link up on Facebook as well. I'm really excited to give music and message. It's been a while and it's a very beautiful community, so I'm really, really excited. And they're having me speak about Lent, which is really interesting because I'm Jewish. And I am learning about Lent all week. So it's very cool to learn the New Thought version of Lent. All right, do some epic shit. Get out there, spread some hope, send a gardengram, love yourself, love someone else. And so it is.
Yes, thank you.
Here we go. Play, pray, slay. In the dark, gonna make good today. In the God, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. I'm Amy from the GOG, Garden of Good Creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make you know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create a